My voice is going. I've been at a workshop all week presenting, and today
Presenting what?
my penis. I've been doing fucking presentations for work. Don't worry about it. What are you asking all these questions for? You a cop?
I'm trying to figure out what you would present.
You
That's
got a
all.
fucking you got a fucking case of the nosy Nellies?
I don't know what you do.
It's a fucking secret. Either way, my voice is gone. That's the point I'm getting at here.
Wait,
I don't know. Whatever will we do? You pose the questions. You got any fucking solutions there, smartass? No solutions, you say?
Play on, play on.
hey, he has no right answers.
Hey, I'm here, aren't I?
I see what he did. I see what he did. It's fucking clever, right, Mike? That was your idea, so I need you to pay attention.
I'm listening.
I need you. Yeah, but you need to respond though.
As soon as you say,
Yeah.
and welcome to tonight's Alternative Game on.
I'm totally okay with doing a show like that. I'm always okay with doing a show like that. It's just that sometimes I feel like the guy over there, he gets a little upset when we do a show like that. But in his not defense, he didn't put out the OneNote this month. The link he didn't do the link thing for me to type notes into. I was ready.
I feel like you don't know how OneNote works.
I don't know how OneNote works.
I haven't the slightest clue. I just got an email saying my OneNote was full, and I was like, I didn't even know how to OneNote.
Yeah. Yeah, you sent me the thing, and then I typed in it, and then Wilson was like, "Oh, I'll add pages," and then he instead of adding pages, he had a baby, and then I didn't get any more alerts. Hey, listen, the fuck are we gonna talk about today?
I have no idea.
And welcome to Space Chicken, the only podcast that you can get a free skin for your character if you pre-order now from GameStop. Joining me,
I mean,
the guy literally tempting himself to having an epileptic fit right now. It's Mike. Mike, say hi, Mike.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. So happy to have you here.
I am almost positive he's still playing that same round of Destiny from the unboxing video. And now, going on to my top right, as we continue in our V Mighty Ducks formation, is
Mighty Ducks.
Scott. Say hi, Scott.
hello.
All right, so what we want to do today, and thanks for all of the energy at the top of the show, guys. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
What I want to talk about today. So I had this very interesting experience on the For Honor beta. So For Honor right now is in closed beta, and you can sign up for the beta, and then they send you the beta key email. And they're like, come for the beta key, and you get super excited. She's like, beta. So I got my email. I was like fucking stoked out of my mind because I never heard this game. Then I saw it at E3, which is basically a video game pep rally. I get it, but I was like totally hyped for Samurais versus Knights versus Vikings. And when I got it, I was immediately saddened. And the reason that I was sad was because I had to work that weekend. For those of you who don't know, we YouTube's for freeze for now. So my day job needed me to work that weekend, and of course it was beta weekend. And I swear to God, they only hold beta weekends on weekends I have to work. It's like it's that and like Smite will do double XP weekend only on weekends I have to work. Oddly enough, that weekend both Smite double XP and beta. Anyway, so I go to work, I come back, I rush home. Work was 4 hours from here. Work sent me away. They sent me 4 hours from here. I came plenty of time on Sunday to get a full day of beta in. I'm like, I'm going to beta my balls off. So I get in, I open the email. Congratulations, you have the beta, blah, blah, blah. Click here. Takes you to the For Honor beta site. I'm like, For Honor beta site, let's do this. And they go, congratulations, you're in the beta. And I was like, how does one download the client for the beta? Like, I feel like this ended very, very abruptly. Like, I'm in the beta? Like, no, I'm still in Internet Explorer. I would like to be in the beta. So then I opened up my Uplay thing, right? Because you have to have the Uplay thing. So you have to have Origins for EA, and you have to have the Uplay thing for Ubisoft games. You know, because Steam.
We need more.
Yeah. So and I'm a tool because I have all of those and Battle.net on my computer. Like I have tons of clients on my computer. I also have like GOG games. So I'm there, I'm in it, I'm ready to go. They don't tell you how to access the beta. So I'm like, fuck. So now I have to go, like, it says go to the forum. So now I have to go to the forums to find out how to access the beta that they invited me to. Granted, I asked, but they sent me the invitation and said I'm in. So it turns out in your Uplay account online, not even the Uplay like launcher, in the Uplay account online, there's a place that you go to in your account in settings for your profile that will show you your beta's key and the accesses that you have. And you have to go there, again, not in the game launcher, but in the Internet Explorer or Edge. I was actually using Edge or Opera or Chrome or it doesn't matter. So I went in there and I was like, oh, okay, cool. All right, that's cool. You hid it from me, but I'm good to go. So I went to the no code, none, not a code. So I'm like, maybe I've done something wrong. So I go in, I'm like, brrr, I do the entire process again. Open up the email, go in, it congratulates me again. I don't know how many times we congratulated me again. I'm like, I'm so good at clicking this email. So I head back over, right, back at the Ubisoft website. I'm there again. I'm like, we're going to do it. We're going to get into the For Honor beta. Here we go. Nothing, no code. No code to be had. So I'm like, okay, let me contact customer support. Iffy thing there, customer support, because I'm not technically a customer. I haven't purchased anything. I've only asked to help them try out a game, right? I go through the process with them. They tell me to go on my profile and check for the code in the place where the code is. So like now I'm irate because I'm like, I've done this already. I played this game. I has the Google. I came to this conclusion already. So now I go back on the forum. Not the only one. So apparently there's a group of us who signed up for the beta, were invited to the beta, so we had access to the beta, and never got the beta key. Like a large group of us. Enough of a group for it to be a thing. Very upset. But then this weird thing happened. As I was perusing the forums and clicking people, someone was complaining about the game. So I clicked it. And the title of the post was just, "This game sucks." And they were talking about like glitches and connectivity issues and like game crashes. So that replaced my anger towards not being able to access the beta, and I redirected all of my rage to that person, right? And the reason I did is, why are people fucking retarded? Because they don't know what the beta is. And part of the reason they don't know what beta is because of like the video game culture the way it is, where you can have a game like Star Citizen that still has the beta moniker, but is essentially a complete game that they refuse to release, right? There's a lot of games that will be in beta for 2-3 years, so that word doesn't mean anything. And I think people forget that when you do a beta, you're testing the game. Like, it literally told me, even though I could never get to the beta, it sent me to the frequently asked questions page where it's like, hey, this game isn't complete. Hey, this game has bugs. Hey, we want you to have the bugs. Hey, if you experience bugs, please tell us so that we can fix the bugs. And this guy had like zero constructive criticism. Right? No specifics as to exactly what was going on. Not the settings he was playing in. This game sucks. It's like it's not finished.
It's like it's not
Zero hint of irony. Like zero hint of irony. Like he thought that he was getting to play a game before everyone else. So, what my Sunday fucking ruined. If the Giants won, like that was the only consolation prize that I fucking had. But I didn't even watch the game because I was too busy raging at my computer on both fronts. So, with that, do we think like that people don't understand what like being in alpha and being in beta like means? Like you're volunteering, like they're letting you play the game. And this goes back to the early access episode that we did, which is why I hate early access so much, because you're making me pay to help you test your game. Where the bigger companies are letting you test their game and then you're complaining because the game's not done. It's stupid. And then that goes into, has the culture of like early access / pre-ordering like totally diluted what people's expectations are of what beta is going to be. And also I think the guy was a console player. We don't get a lot of beta on console. Most of the beta is like a PC thing. Not a lot of beta on console, except for multiplayer. So I will leave it to Scott. Here's a baton. Run. Go. Run. Got it.
I'm running with it.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It's like I think first off, people get a lot of confused sometimes of the difference between alpha and beta and everything like that, which we discussed about in the previous episode that we had done. But in my past, I've been on a couple betas, and I feel like the more popular it becomes now, because there's a lot of games and a lot of people are trying to be more open and nail these things down before they get released, that people aren't understanding, like, hey, you're going into something that could possibly just be horrible because there's a lot of things that need to be worked on. Pretty much just like you said. But it's kind of funny to hear someone say it's like the game isn't finished. Isn't that what is that what the guy actually said?
Yeah. He was trying to do like a review of it, but he wasn't. Man.
Was he doing like bullet points like?
No, that's it. Like I was about to say, like my elitism and douchiness is about to pop out, but it's like he didn't have the writing skills to do a review, you know. So he was being like, he wasn't presenting his points like eloquently enough, maybe. But
he may have just not had any points.
But clearly he was also too stupid to understand what a beta was. So it's almost like if you go onto like certain. You know, he was basically essentially being a YouTube commenter. But
well, let me ask this: what he was saying, right? Because he read it. I mean, as jarbly as it might have been, was it worthy of being that upset? Let's just say, was it? Because I can see if you logged into a beta and it's just like so bad, like how did this get out of alpha? You know, like there's too much wrong with it right now. I feel like maybe there was the underlining part of it, like, you know, graph glitches, all that sound glitches, all that stuff I get. But I can see somebody's like, I literally can't play because I'm having trouble with it. Was it like that, or is like he could play, he was just like it wasn't polished?
I have fucking no idea. I have no idea.
Clearly, he did not make that point in his statement.
Yeah, I mean, the guy basically wrote, "Game sucks," and then proceeded to mash his face against the keyboard until the fucking pain of thinking stopped.
Should have saved it.
Right? Yeah, I wasn't mad enough to do that, and also I don't want to make. Yeah, I don't want to, you know, people like I made this guy 16 hits famous.
So how open is this beta?
It's closed. It was just a beta weekend. They do have people who are like constantly baiting it, but you have to sign up for beta. Like,
it does say register for beta access, but is it like it's every weekend they pick certain people to play that weekend?
I don't know exactly how they're doing it. I just know that last weekend was my weekend, and I was bonered out of it and forced to reach stupidity.
I wonder if
in my quest for a solution, my eyes were basically exposed to two of those those hairless cats, those hairless Egyptian cats.
Ugh.
Yeah, fucking. That's basically the equivalent. I was going through the forums, and two hairless cats were fucking, right? That's the same thing. That feeling that you have right now, just thinking that, is what I experienced by reading that sentence.
So, a question about the game, real quick. I just happened to look on the webpage.
Yeah.
And it shows.
I wouldn't know, though, because I haven't been able to play, but go ahead.
Okay. But you know a little bit. Have you watched any videos on it or read about it?
Yes, tons.
Okay. So, on this one picture on like the main page, when you scroll down, it looks like this epic battle going on, right? And it says all the game modes available in For Honor, and it's like exciting game modes such as 4v4, 2v2, 1v1, 4v4. Is that the max? Is 4v4?
That I don't know. Like I don't know off the top of my head
because that would be so boring to me.
But so there's a duel.
A lot more going on.
Yeah, there's a duel, which is a 1v1, right? But then, like as you progress, like through the other game modes, there's giant armies, but the playable characters are 4v4.
You're like captains, so you can advance the mob, and then you'll run into another player, and you're
so
like
you have
four
like a
heroes.
Squad?
Nah, it's like 4 heroes versus 4 heroes. So if you go to the capture point, and you can you're gonna dominate their NPCs. So you just hack and slash your way through, and then your army rolls through and keeps running on to the next capture point, and you can sit there and capture. It's not until another NPC comes. So it's basically 4-on-4 with a bunch of NPCs gumming up the works.
I'll have to look into it. I don't want to take up the whole conversation.
You gotta watch
about
videos.
one game,
You gotta watch.
Yeah, I gotta watch them.
Your lip sync is fucking way off right now, Mike. Is it just me? Talk.
My lip sync?
I thought you said lipstick. I'll be honest.
So did I. I was like, I don't have any lipstick on, so. Do I need some?
You picked the wrong shade today.
You did. It's too natural. It's too natural. Thing.
Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you.
Year?
His lip sync might be off because Destiny is hogging all the bandwidth, right? I mean, just maybe.
Maybe. That could be a thing.
Maybe.
That could be a thing. You are sharing your internets with Destiny, which, by the way, you said you were totally not going to play once I said welcome to Space Chicken. So, with that, right? So,
yeah. Big Mom, no hands.
Yeah. But still, the screen flashes.
Well, I can't help that. It's just that might be this computer, not even that computer.
I have a question about betas. So we've all been part of betas in some way. How much input have you ever given from playing a beta?
None.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
See, and that was my question because when WoW had the beta, the big open beta, if you whatever for 12 months prior to it, the biggest problem they had is they had so many people there that the people who literally do play to find all the problems couldn't do it because there were so many other people there just fooling around, just trying to play it before it comes out. And I'm curious on what percentage of beta players actually go in and are finding stuff and reporting it.
So I've been in software betas, right? Okay. And advanced access to operating systems and stuff. And I've provided feedback there. The problem I have with providing feedback with games, and it's not that I don't want to, is that a lot of times when I first pick up a game, I play it the way it's supposed to be played. And therefore, I'm not stress testing it, right? I'll admit I am not a good beta tester. If you give me a game and then the mission is go to point B, I go to point B and I go, nothing wrong with the game. Walked all the way to point B, no troubles. The good beta tester is a guy who's point B, what's in this room over there? I fell off the map. I am falling infinitely and cannot get it back on. And then they can go, hey, you fall off the map on this level. Because, like you say, when it gets to beta, it's supposed to be playable, right? Alpha is where the normal game is supposed to be tested for breaking, right? So, and that's why personally I don't feel like I'm a good beta tester, because I'm going to do what I think I'm supposed to do, but I'm not going to beta test it. I would make an excellent alpha tester. I'd be like, there's an invisible wall here. It's stopping me from progressing.
You'd be even worse as an alpha tester. Here's the thing, right? There's 20% of a beta's population that are, for lack of a better term, professional beta testers. They're the people who love to get in the betas.
He said 20%. Where's the pie chart? Where's the graph?
This is a guess. This is a scientific guess on my part.
All right. You made that up, viewers.
All right, let's go. We go lower. If you disagree, 12%.
No, I was going to go 77.3.
Whatever percentage of a population that will actually send an email or a tweet or capture game footage and not put it on a YouTube channel, but send it to the actual game developer and be like, is this what this is supposed to look like? Is this what this is? This rendering is a little bit off. Most of us just play the game, and when we come across something like that, we go, that's weird. I bet that's not supposed to be there. And then we keep playing. But what you're missing is that the other 80% of us who are just playing the game early to play the game early, maybe get a chance to see I like this. Maybe I want to buy this, are still generating data. Did you get connected? Did you have a hard time getting connected? How long did it take you to get connected?
Wait. How long did it take you to get to Connecticut?
Yes, I was trying to get to Connecticut. It was a very weird beta. It was called MapQuest. It was weird.
MapQuest.
But all that is still data points. So maybe you're not going the extra mile that some people do, saying, I'm going to figure out all these glitches and get screen caps of them and turn them in and help these developers isolate these issues and fix them so that the final product is super duper awesome. But most betas, if you'll actually read the fine print, say all the stuff that you do is available to us for data, and we're going to use it to figure out what's good and what's bad and what needs improvement. And that goes from everywhere from, wow, 90% of the beta population use that one weapon. It might be OP. We might have to fix some of the other weapons. Oh. At least you got my class right, Hunter.
Your fucking lip sync is driving me insane, and I just can't do it anymore.
Bad?
Yeah, I can't subject the viewers to your poor lip sync, so I decided I'm gonna make your dream come true. There we go.
That's perfect. I can just do this.
All right.
I keep hearing lipstick. I don't know why.
Lip sync. All right, go ahead, Destiny Man.
This is hilarious.
Anyway, beyond all that, you're still giving data, right? You're still giving data. So you may not be a very good beta tester or whatever your definition of that is, but if you play the beta, you're generating data, and that is enough for them to fix certain things without being particularly guided to this one frame in a game where they go, "What's going on here?"
So you like the anonymous usage data that you like Apple and Google always want, basically?
Yeah, play the game, right? You're going to give data. How long did it take for the game to start? How long did it take for you to generate a a player versus player connection in on our servers? That's all information that they can use to refine their product. Whether or not you say on map A near checkpoint B on, this cliff, you could walk off the edge of the map. They're like, you know how hard it is to find that? Like, we knew about that, and we didn't give a shit about it because we didn't think anybody would find it. Most of that stuff ends up in the game because they're like, you know what, we're going to leave that in as a little... That's our Easter egg. Hey, there's a place where you can walk off the map that was found in the beta, and everybody was like, who gives a fuck?
They're looking
the other stuff.
I can't tell if he's trying to make me feel good about my beta testing contributions.
I think that's what he's trying to say.
It's like, dude, I didn't feel bad about it. I didn't, I'm all right. I sleep easy at night, when it comes to my beta testing habits.
Right, you guys were talking about a very specific part of beta testing. And I think the more important part of a beta test and why they do beta tests is to get that more all-encompassing information. Yeah, sure, the 5 guys who find 5 glitches and send them in, thanks. You saved us from that being a game-breaking thing in the final product. But still, at that point, only 5 people out of 100,000 knew about it, so how game-breaking was it?
I feel like he's drinking beer now. Like, I feel like, now I feel like you're like a disgruntled game designer. It's like, thanks for showing me what I did wrong, asshole. I can't tell, no,
but that's literally why
your monologue has like some severe mood swings, and I can't follow. I can't. I'm trying to reconcile how I want to feel about what you said, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like he thinks everyone's bad. I can't see your face. There's a mask in the way. If you're giving me a dirty look.
Look at my emotionless face and try to read me.
Hold on. I can just open that and see. You see? I got picture in picture. I can see you wherever. All right. Well, there you go. We're all excellent beta testers.
It's debatable.
No, we are.
My favorite thing ever. Can I just be a hunter every weekend so my face isn't on the internet?
Is that what you want? We can make you, and if Wilson ever follows those instructions I gave him to find his way back onto the internet, we'll make him a chicken.
You'll never see him again. He's like an internet commenter.
He's all right. So, moving out of that, let's talk about pre-orders for a second, right? Because there's a lot of games coming out. One that I am going to pre-order. I'm going to pre-order Sea of Thieves. I don't know if they give. Yeah, I don't know if they give you anything for pre-ordering, but it's one of those play anywhere games. So if you buy it on Xbox, you get it for the PC as well. And I totally want to be sailing the seas, doing only the fun part.
Are you gonna get like a peripheral that's like a wheel to steer the ship, and maybe like a hoist, like a rope, like
and a fan,
pull down, and like maybe something like that.
A yard arm.
Maybe a plank to walk off of when you're thirsty. I don't know.
Gotta have a yard arm and starboard.
I just starboard.
I'm gonna get one of these right here. All right, and then I have a coupon so I can get a second one.
And then you're gonna tell us how great it is and how you vlogged 72 hours.
We're all supposed to play this one, Scott. What's the name of this thing again? Pirate Bay. What is it called?
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. And yeah, we are all supposed to play it because for a goddamn video gaming group, we don't video game together. Everyone always has a goddamn excuse. Family, children, work. You all make me sick.
Destiny.
I'm watching the actual gameplay, real players.
All right. Well, you enjoy that one, but anyway. So there's other games that they bait you into pre-ordering for giving you like they'll try and give you like in-game cosmetic stuff, or even weapons that usually end up being shit. Like you get a better starting weapon, and that starting weapon gets replaced about 15 minutes into the game, so it doesn't matter that you had a cool green gun because you replace it with a rail gun first fucking chance you get. Because they can't break the game, like they can't give the pre-order people some type of distinct advantage over anyone else, so they give them like a badge, like a day one thing, or a founder's pack, or whatever the hell it is that they do. And it's I personally don't think any of them were ever worth it. Not a single one. And I haven't been compelled to pre-order a game since they became made. I'm talking about consoles, since they be made available to download. Like the minute that they were like, hey, you can just download this game, and I'm like, oh, well, I was pre-ordering games before to secure a copy, right? Like that's why you would pre-order a console game, so that when a day it launched, you'd have one, right? Now the only reason to pre-order a game is to have it pre-downloaded on your Xbox, so that when at midnight you can just turn your Xbox on and play. So I don't know the point of pre-ordering games anymore.
I think it's like it's kind of like, hey, we want as many people, and I don't say this is for every game, but I look at something like Call of Duty, and it's like we want everybody to pre-order the next one before anybody really plays it, so that because the initial hype is there, they release it and I think, oh, this is coming out, and people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it, and so you act on impulse right away to pre-order it, but you're like, I gotta get it first, rather than waiting and seeing how it is. I'm not God, but I look at definitely something like Call of Duty, and I'm like, how many people buy that and pre-order that, and then they're like, nah, they get it and they download it, and they've waited so long now, it's not really what they thought it would be. I think a lot of that is to get sales right away, so that there's so that stems like oh, everyone's got pre-order.
So I get it. So like it might pull the hype ball. I heard another argument that says the pre-ordering games helps like drive them to make the game, but I would defy most of those thoughts as saying, what if no one pre-orders? Then what happens? Do they simply choose not to make the game? Like they go, oh no, it's because it doesn't matter. Like the pre-order numbers, like versus the numbers at the end. Like the numbers at the end are what matter, right? I mean, so for example, when you hit the holiday season, but everything I'm about to say gets defeated by the fact that you can just download the fucking game, right? So and that's the problem that I'm having. That any argument that they could make for pre-ordering the game, in my mind, died the day they were like, yeah, you can just download it from the internet like you could on your PC.
I look at
if nobody pre-orders, how many servers should you set up for your game? You don't really know how many servers to set up, do you?
Unless you have a game that's already established and it's just like an expansion or something like that. Like
Destiny just had that problem.
Right, but you look
pre-orders give you an indication of how many players are going to be playing on the hour of launch, on the day of launch, on the week of launch.
That's a valid point.
So that you don't have giant hiccups, right? Destiny had a giant hiccup the other day, and I love Destiny.
Do you?
And I do. I don't
heard.
know if you could tell. The expansion came out. I woke up at 4:45 in the morning because it went live at 5 a.m. Eastern. I didn't actually play the game until about 7:15. because so many people got on to play it at the same time that the servers crashed. We think there might have been like an actual minor disaster somewhere in Seattle, because we couldn't imagine it was just that. But then they were just, you could tell a bunch of was like, oh dear God, no, like this is not happening. No, this is not happening. We've got all this hype and this stuff, and people are actually awake at 5 in the morning or 2 in the morning West Coast time to play this game, and this is happening. They instituted an instant queue, so you would try to log in, and it would tell you where you are in queue, and let you know roughly how far away from logging in you are, and then you would get booted because your connection went dead, and then when you log back in, you'd be 50,000 backwards in line. So it was not great, and that's what everybody's saying. Wait, everybody who's here this morning pre-ordered this game.
Best game ever.
Already downloaded it because the actual download came out a week before with a game patch. They gave you the entire download a week early, so that on launch hour, everything can just turn on your system and off you go. And shit hit the fan. And I ended up like 400,000 deep in a queue trying to get in the game. And 2.5 hours later, I was in.
What day was that?
That would be Tuesday.
No, wait. When did the game launch?
Tuesday, September 20th.
All right, and when did they solve that problem?
About 2 hours into it.
All right, the pre-orders didn't fucking matter. The pre-orders that was a 2 hour game delay. Fuck your pre-order argument. You just shot it in the foot.
No, I'm making a decent argument and also giving you the opposite view.
Blizzard has the same problem every time they launch a game.
I was gonna say for 16 years they've been doing it.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, we didn't know it's this many. Not really, Blizzard. You have 18 million people playing your game every day, and you came out with a new patch, and they're like, whoa, there's 18 million people playing today. Get out of here. Fuck out of here with that nonsense. When Overwatch came out, we couldn't play together. You remember? We could not get into a group together and play together. About 2 or 3 hours later, they had that solved.
Yep.
Had nothing to do with pre-orders. You're Voodoo man. Voodoo. You try to work Voodoo. You made me write the man next to your name because you sound like you were shilling for the corporations for a second.
I will say, talking about pre-orders, I kind of looked at something like WoW, where like you get the game either way, right? You just can't access the content, right? So even if you don't pre-order it, you're still getting the game. Like everyone's gonna have the game. It's just kind of funny listening to you talk about Destiny, because like if you had if for people who play like WoW or any of those games out there, I mean every time I used to wait 2 or 3 days before playing the expansion because it didn't matter, because you knew that you're going to get the huge lines. It's going to be laggy. There's so much stuff going to be going on. It always takes them like a couple days to kind of, get back on track and everything. But I was just thinking about that. Is that like you get the game no matter what. So the only thing you're paying for is models or like skins or a mount or a boost of a character to like level whatever, that kind of thing.
Right. Here's what I don't like about pre-orders, right? I don't like pre-orders that say pre-order now and get this. Because this is always terrible. It's always some useless piece of shit that is, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm going to pre-order so I get that. And then you get in there and you're like, I got this. I'm already 3 levels up beyond this. I don't need this for shit. This is what No. You're pre-ordering literally. So when it hits, you can already have it downloaded, and if that's enough for me to pre-order, as long as it doesn't cost me extra. It's going to cost me, just for argument's sake, we're talking about Destiny and my place in line up there. Mm-hmm. It was $30 no matter when I bought it, but if I bought it at 5 o'clock in the morning, one, I'm not going to be able to play at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to have to wait for goddamn GameStop to open up, then I have to go down there and get it, then I have to bring it back. Then I have to put the disc in, then I have to download it and do the update, let everything figure itself out, and then I can start playing. So now we're talking about noon, right? Pre-order, it downloaded a week early with a patch. The day before there was an extra patch to make sure everything was A-okay, and then the following morning off you go. And for me personally, 2 hours didn't bother me. 2 hours is like, all right, this is what it is. You're having a massive community all at the same time. So normally you're not having an issue. Today you're having an issue. I understand it. Once they figured it out, smooth as ice, been great ever since. That for me is worth it for the download, right? So, and they gave us a few extras, nothing crazy, a cosmetic thing, and something you were going to be able to earn in the game. Either way, they gave you an extra skin for it, so you can choose. So nothing insane, nothing you can play the game without either of those two items. It's not going to make you or break you. Nobody's going to be like, you can't be in my raid group. You don't have the pre-order Galahorn. You don't need it. You have the regular Galahorn. Who cares? It's just a skin.
Oh, I do.
That $30.
Get out of here, you basic bitch.
To be able to play at 7 in the morning instead of noon that afternoon. The pre-orders I don't like, and I'll go right back to Destiny, are like
Have you ever gone anywhere else?
Hey.
Okay, Mr. Smite.
Preach what you know, right? Preach what you know.
Exactly.
Year one, I believe it was year one. Yeah. So I bought my PlayStation 4, and I used Destiny as my excuse. I'm going to buy a PlayStation 4. I'm going to get the Destiny version of it. I'm buying it early. I get the PlayStation. I get the, I'll be first in line for the actual game. I don't have to go to the store. I can download it. And you get these special Vanguard weapon packs, which by the time you get to the tower where these Vanguard weapon packs are available to pick up, you've played enough of the game that they're useless already. So as soon as you walk in there, you're like, what the fuck is you gotta be, fuck these things. Like, that's not worth, that's a shit bonus. Just tell me it's gonna be cosmetic. You can have this weapon, if you buy it earlier, you can have it look like this. That's a fine pre-order. I just don't like the empty promises of the pre-order are what bother me. And I don't even want to get into the season pass, because that's what we've already been down that road. We've already discussed the season pass.
So you're a fan then? You're a fan of the season pass? You're saying?
No.
No?
I do not buy season passes
anymore. Oh, he's a changed man.
I have been burnt. Yep.
He is a changed man. He used to be, and now he is. He's not the same that he used to be.
Did I move up or down? I don't know.
You moved up. You moved up one space. In about 10 minutes of ranting. You should have called me. You should have called me when you were waiting to fucking queue up for 2 hours, and we could have recorded instead of now while you're playing.
You wanted to talk about me being in line at 5 o'clock in the morning? You wanted me to call you at 5 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I would have. By the way, why not midnight? Why didn't it just launch at midnight? That seems ridiculous. Anyway.
It's Bungie. It's in Seattle. Everything's their time. So I don't know why they choose 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., but it is what it is.
Well, less people online would make it easier for the servers.
You would think, except they announce it ahead of time, so everybody is literally waking up on purpose to get in. Oh. It was like, for if you're in the Destiny community, it was the best, because you're just like, oh, everybody's just waiting to get on. You're watching it on Twitch, you're checking Twitter for updates, and you finally get in, and your clanmates are. I had literally had a 2-hour conversation with the clanmates. They're like, is anybody else in? I can't get in. I'm not in. I have to go to work. I'll be back in a little while. I got the day off.
Is this your first This is your first MMO type thing, right? First kind of.
No, Destiny is the first game that's caught me quite like this. I have played MMOs before. I've played single-player MMOs. I've played...
No, you haven't. You've never played a single-player MMO.
Oh, well, yeah, by the term itself, I guess you're correct. But
it's a very lonely world out there.
Yeah. I can't believe nobody else is playing this.
What's going on?
No, but like RPG games and that kind of stuff. Like, I have a long history with those. I understand the MMO is a slightly different.
I'm just saying that experience that you're going through is a very fun experience. Like the first time or so you go through it, you're very excited, you're pumped for this whole new world, and
it's actually my
talking
third
to other
time
people.
Destiny, so.
Is it your third? It hasn't been that many times.
This is their year 3 download. Yeah, the next one is going to be the next brand new game. So. And I will be, on a business trip when the next one comes out. So.
Okay. By the way, they were on Destiny 2, Destiny Harder.
Anyway, you guys need anything else from me tonight, or?
We need more words on your face.
We do. I wanted you to keep talking so I could get another.
Well, I mean, at this point, you don't need my face isn't even in the podcast anymore. So
no, it's not, because your lip sync is fucking terrible. Because
great,
Scott's absolutely correct.
Great.
You've got the goddamn PS4 and Destiny like streaming in the background, eating your bandwidth.
Like in 4K or something.
It's not streaming, but yeah. So just go ahead and make my hunter head a little bigger, and I'll answer any questions you guys throw at me.
This is
okay. So hey, Scott, your
Yeah?
thoughts on your thoughts on pre-order?
I agree with you. What was your opinion again?
Oh my god!
Take it from the top, Mike. We need to know.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
To be serious though, let's be serious.
All right.
Oh yes, let's.
I've probably pre-ordered only like 2 games in my life.
Whoa.
So, yeah, haven't pre-ordered that many.
Whoa.
That many.
Whoa. I feel like of our age, like the future's never gonna know pre-ordering the way we knew pre-ordering. Like again, they're gonna know pre-ordering as pre-downloading, so that it's ready. But I mean, I've done the midnight line.
Really?
A few times, yeah. I've done the midnight line a few times for certain games.
I've never done the midnight line. Not a game exists that got me. I'm like to the point where I'm like, I need to go down there at midnight.
What'd you do the midnight line for?
Like everything, like any game I pre-ordered.
Modern Warfare 2.
Is that technically a pre-order though?
What do you mean?
The old pre-order used to be like what, like a $20 cash deposit.
Okay, so
you a copy.
So the midnight line wasn't to buy it. You pre-ordered it from GameStop, right? Mm-hmm. And then they would open up at midnight to give you your game. So you would stay online at midnight, and then you would claim your game. There would be no cash exchange. You would just be like, you have my game. It's that one. They go, here you go. And everyone's online just to get handed out the copy of the game they've already purchased. Mm-hmm. And then it would always be fun. The guy who's like, hey, I'm here for mine. You're like, there are no copies for selling tonight. This is not a night for selling.
Pre-orders.
This is not a night for selling.
This is a night. And then if you don't do it, it's the best because like there's been time when I didn't do the midnight line to pick up the pre-order, and it's like you go at lunch at work, right? You sneak out and you'll get it, and you're just hoping they didn't douche you over and sell it. You know, I've never had that happen to me or know anyone that's ever happened to, but at the same time, super nervous about it. Like paranoid, like they're gonna sell the thing I bought because they were, you know. And I don't know if you've ever gone to hit the pre-order, and you go to pre-order and they're like, "Oh, we're out of pre-orders." I'm like, "You guys are out of pre-orders?" Like, yes,
that has happened.
We've
I
all
got screwed by Amazon, or the delivery, the release day delivery got me once or twice.
Yeah.
That might be why I'm a fan of the. I can pre-order it and download it the minute I want to play it. Great.
Yeah, but then this weird thing happened to me, and I didn't give a shit if I was the first one to play a game or not. And then I was like, I'm all grown up now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's called grown up.
Yeah, and then I was like, I don't care, and then I just kind of stopped. And then the last game that we did, it was the Overwatch midnight release stream.
You no-lifed it.
We took the day off and everything, but we just got fucked because the launch was such a fucking mess that we couldn't play together because that was the one thing that was broken in the game was grouping up.
We were on stream playing, just not against each other.
You never told me that, and I never saw that stream.
Yeah,
so I did not know that happened.
So it was me and Burke playing in separate games. Talking about what's happening in our game because you couldn't group up. So what you would have to do is wait for someone to drop out of the game and then join at that exact moment before the computer would find someone to fill the blank. It was like a race against time.
Like 3 hours, and we maybe played 3 or 4 games together.
Yeah.
The rest of the time we were playing separate and talking to the other person. Like, are you in? I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
Is there an opening? There's no opening. All right. Well, rather than wait, I'm gonna get in. And I'll let you know if there's an opening. Is there an opening? There's no opening. How do you like this character? This character's pretty good.
Speaking of, when was the last time you guys played Overwatch?
Oh, been a hot minute.
It's been a while, but it's because you guys don't play Overwatch, and I don't play by myself. I don't like playing with random people. So I like to talk about that very briefly, which is why I stopped playing.
So stupid.
I stopped playing Smite, right? Because of other people, which seems weird. But I can't stand other people. Like, I don't want to play Overwatch because of other people too. I don't like. I want to play with people I know now. Like, I'm just at that point where I don't ever make friends online. That seems weird to me. And all you people who do it are fucking creeps. And then two, it's like you're not communicating with them in a meaningful way. And when someone like I don't know is like a dick to me, I'm like, oh, I have no tolerance for this. Like, I'm not, like,
I have no recourse.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna yell at you back because I don't know you, and I dare you to say it to my face. But we'll never be face to face, so even that dare is empty. So I'm like, what's the point? Like, for you to spam emotes about someone doing a bad job, or someone go, you didn't save me, and I was like, well, why would I save you, bro? You overextended yourself. You learned now. Position better. Like I'm helping you learn by letting you die, motherfucker. Like, what's the point of me going and both of us dying? What did we earn then? A lost tower. But that's like, but that becomes part of it, where it's like either someone's not being a team player, or someone thinks that everything is everyone else's fault, right? So it's like, okay, so what are the odds that everyone else playing this game is bad, but not you? Like, not you. You're dying because of us, even though you just got 1v1. But yep, it's our fault. Oopsie daisies. And, it gets bad. But Overwatch is the same way. Like, if you're not playing with people that you know, like, there's no teamwork factor. Like, it's just a bunch of people like randomly running around. Battlefield's like that. Cockadookie's like that. All those games are like that, where you're just kind of running around in a circle by yourself. But there's supposed to be some semblance of teamwork happening. I mean,
that's a lot of the reason why I stopped playing WoW, to be honest. Was just like the lack of playing with somebody else, like that you know that you can go on and play with, because otherwise you're just playing and getting frustrated all the time.
Yeah, and then it's, you're not the same way. And again, I don't like talking to strangers on the internet. And I don't, and this might sound weird, is you might be a fucking pederast. Like, I don't know. Like everyone has hobbies, right? I mean, they're serial killers who, like, you meet them and you'd be cordial and be like, hi, like, don't, and they're super
that
nice.
Guy?
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, that dude has like 18 dead hookers in his basement. And you're like, oh my god, I used to play WoW with him all of the time.
All the time.
And he's dead hooker guy. Like, I am on the friends, and then they dump that guy's cache on his computer, and then they get all these messages of you, where he made a dead hooker joke, and you're like, dead hooker jokes, the best. And all of a sudden, you're implicit in a dead hooker murder scam. It's like, it's
gone south really quick.
Yeah, really fast, dude.
Don't talk to people on the internet, Scott.
Dude, every time you talk about dead hookers,
us.
I'm going to change the subject.
Yeah, okay. You should. It gets crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day with chat rooms, that seemed weird too. It's like, oh yeah, come here. There's a bunch of people like Star Wars, and they'll talk about Star Wars, and I'm like, oh man, that seems like a bad fucking idea. And they're like, why? I'm like, well, what else are they into? Like, are they that one-dimensional that we can just talk about Star Wars? Because what if I find out the guy's a fucking Republican? Then we're all fucked up, right? I'm like, I'm just kidding, internet. I don't vote. So it gets weird. It gets weird, and every time I get on and people start talking, and then people put on like facades too, like they put on like internet facades, right? And like they'll talk a certain way, and they want to be like, I'm internet leader guy, because in my real life I don't lead, so I must be internet leader man, and this is what we're gonna do. And suddenly they start calling shots, and you're like, dude, you're calling the wrong shot, bro. That's not the shot we're gonna do. Like, somebody has to call the shot. Don't get me wrong, but wow, was that a bad call? But you have to go with it, because if everyone doesn't go with it, then you're guaranteeing that you're gonna lose. So it just, whatever. I had a crew I was playing with, and I was having a real good time with them, but when I wasn't playing with them, it just fell off, and our schedules didn't mesh, and it just got, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna jump back on probably this weekend just for old time's sake, but every time I do and I start having fun, I'll have one game where I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I stopped playing. And I fucking
Yeah.
The only other problem with like Overwatch was a fun game. It's not my type of first-person shooter, but I was enjoying myself, and it was fun as long as other people were online to play it with. But the other thing was like the competition season started for Overwatch, and if you're not going to be like in on the competition season, then you can't be in on the competition season because you get outclassed real quick. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can't go in there. I don't belong in there.
Yeah, there's also that idea, the single, like, you know, with the esports scene, the way it is, and everybody wants to have an esport now. And a lot of them, you know, they're real fun to play, and you can dedicate time to it and get really good at it. But then it's like you're not playing any other games. So you guys know me. I play every game that I can find. Like, I play them all. I can't even get them all to completion because there's just not enough time in the day. And for me to pick a game, like when I got involved with Destiny, not Destiny.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's because I'm looking right at you, and when I got involved with actually no, I'll stick with it. When I got involved with Destiny, I played that game a lot. Like, it was the only game I was playing when I was playing it. And again, the only reason I stopped was because of that stupid paywall, which we've discussed ad nauseum in the past. When I got into Smite, it was the only game I'm playing. Right now with Elite Dangerous, I've found a way to play Elite Dangerous like in small bursts, and not let it be the only game I play. And with that, we could transition into the games we're playing. Shut up, Mike. So Scott, are you playing any new games?
I am literally, where am I at here? I have about like 25% left of Paladins.
So Paladins just went into open beta. I think we talked about it, right?
Yes.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So hopefully we do get some videos up on that. That's a 5v5 first-person shooter.
It looks interesting.
Objective-based game by the same people who made Smite. Have you
And
picked up the
you're
new WoW?
about to start that, Scott? You haven't played it yet. You're about to get into that.
Yeah. I'm literally on my screen. It's just about done. I got like 50 seconds left.
Okay, so that was literally something that Danny mentioned earlier in the show, and now you're like, I'm gonna download that and give it a shot.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, because
when it's free, you can do that. That's the beauty of free stuff.
It's kind of like with Overwatch. I was interested. I just wasn't ready to drop the money for it. And then you pointed this out and said it's basically same kind of concept. And I was like, well, I watched the video, and I was like, it kind of reminded me of Team Fortress and like the artistic style and the way that the game is designed around a free-to-play model. So I was like, oh, I like Team Fortress 2. Try this.
So hopefully we put together some Paladins video soon. Mike, shut up. And
No, wait. What is Mike playing these days? I don't know.
Well, no. I have one that
stop.
No. Other than Destiny, there is
No.
a yes.
Go.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe last week I said that I've been playing either Destiny or I've been playing modded Minecraft. One of the versions of modded Minecraft I play is basically a test build, where there is a group of modders who build these mod packs called FTB, Feed the Beast, and they have a pack out. The name of it slips my mind at the moment. FTB something. Unstable. And it is a unsupported test build, basically. Before they release their official next mod pack, they put out the mods that they want to use in the latest version of Minecraft in an unstable realm where they say, you know, hey, report bugs, report things that don't work that should work, and don't get upset if it crashes, because we're not gonna, you know, we don't support this. We put it out there, you guys can play it, so that we can figure out before we launch the next FTB. So I've been playing that because it is one of the few games that was modded versions of Minecraft that was out for 110, and that is basically like a beta build. It's a Minecraft is in itself its own game, but the mods need testing. So
Sounds
they take
so
the 110
boring.
version.
Right.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Other than that, I've been playing Destiny. Thank you. Have a nice night, everyone. If you need anybody to play Destiny with, let me know. Burke_668 on the PlayStation Network. I have a very active clan. We can get you through a raid. So if you've never been through a raid and you happen to be watching this, and I know nobody who's watching this plays Destiny, but if you are, my clan can get you through the raid. Let me know. We'll get you through any of the raids.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry. You're gonna have to spend a day explaining to me what the hell modded Minecraft is, okay? Because it's just blowing my mind.
Will do.
There you go.
Not today, though. Not today. I got shit to do. I got a
And
raid
he's
tomorrow.
gone.
I got to get ready tonight.
All right. Well, you do that. As I think I've made you disappear. All right. So with that, I have been playing Seraph, which I'll tell you guys more about next time because I am exhausted from Destiny. Like I feel like I've been raiding for hours. Like he's defeated me. I am defeated. He won with Destiny. He might not be invited back because he won't buy a VR headset. This has for some reason been Space Chicken.
You'd have to know Destiny a little bit, to be honest with you.
I'm not asking for like in-depth detail. I want to know your personal feelings. Are you enjoying it? Is it a worthy?
Great. It's great.
He called you stupid.
No,
Yeah.
it's great. The raid comes out tomorrow. We're all grinding and trying to get ready for the raid. And
His first person space shooter, way too smart for you, buddy. Way too smart. I don't want to have to dumb out the shoot the guy thing with the MMO crowd. You might be overwhelmed by the concept of go here shoot thing.
I didn't say he
Space.
wouldn't understand the concept. I mean, it's a first-person shooter.
I'm recording this, and your exact words were, "You kind of have to know Destiny."
No, but if he wanted me to explain it to him, like why I like it, you'd probably it would help if you knew a little something about Destiny. If all he wants to know if if I like, do you like it? I like it.
My goodness. All I wanted was like hey, it's good so far. They've added a lot of stuff. I'm really enjoying it. The grind is a little bit better. This, that, the other thing. But you were so smug. You're like, you little fool. You wouldn't understand this. This is beyond you.
Now I'm kind of
I said little fool, or this is beyond you at all.
okay. So for the record,
Anyway, good podcast. See you guys next week.